Hello again, everybody. This is Matt with Gardens of Babylon, here today to talk to you a little bit about cactus and succulents. We sell a lot of them here down at the store, mainly because they're just so easy. And if you're going to start out with any kind of house plant, I'd always recommend maybe starting out in the succulent or cactus world. That is only if you do have high light conditions in your home, because that's really what they prefer. But they're so easy, you almost kind of got to neglect them. Because they just don't require a lot of water. They don't really require a lot of care, and so it's always a good kind of first house plant to get you started into the world. Today we're going to be talking about just some succulents, some popular succulents and some popular cactus, and kind of some of the basics you need to know before you can grow, really successfully with these guys. Most of your succulents, like this here aloe, very popular, probably one of the most popular ones that we sell here. Mainly because of its properties for medicinal burns and cuts. Really good for the skin kind of properties. Always good to have an aloe plant on the windowsill just in case you do need it during the summertime. But very, very fleshy leaves like that. They store a lot of water in these limbs, as do most succulents and cactus. Most of your pots will come in either a 4-inch container or a 6-inch container. You can keep them in these containers at your home for a couple weeks, maybe about a month, but you're ultimately going to want to pot it up into a larger container. Not much larger though. Say this 4-inch pot, you're going to want to go into maybe about a 6 or an 8-inch container. You don't want to put it in too large of a container because there's more soil in there that can stay soggier for longer and kind of rot this guy out. So you're really only looking to pot up a couple inches wider in a diameter. A couple different ways of potting. You can mix your own potting soil. You can kind of start with just a typical potting soil mix, and maybe add a little bit of sand to that because they really do like drainage. Or they make specialty potting soils that, like a cactus or succulent mix, that already have that sand mixed in it. So it's kind of a no-brainer approach and keeps it easy. Once you have your potting soil formulated, just go ahead, pot it up, keeping the soil line from the original pot into the pot that you're going to be growing up into. Really nothing major there, just nice firm, pack it in, water it in really, really well once you get it down and planted. And then really, once you get it potted up with cactus and succulents, I'm really watering my aloe plant only about, I'd say now when it comes inside, about once every 4 to 5 weeks. If aloe gets a little too fleshy and starts to lean over, that means it's a little too much water. So you want to scale it back with the aloe plant. You don't want to kill it with kindness. You don't want to be watering this thing once every 1 to 2 weeks. Kind of let that soil mix ultimately dry out a little bit in between waterings. It's the safest bet. Same thing with cactus, barrel cactus like this, also really popular. And see, with cactus, you just got to be really careful. You can get some really heavy-duty gloves on because these spines on the side of that cactus are really, really sharp. And trust me, I've made some mistakes while potting these guys up, and it's not fun. So be really, really safe, gentle. Either get some cloth or cardboard to kind of pull that guy out of its existing growing pot. And again, that's in about a 6-inch container. You only want to go into about an 8-inch or 10-inch pot. Really nothing larger. Mix in a little bit of sand in your potting soil, maybe a little bit of organic slow-release granular fertilizer, but really not much. They're not heavy feeders. And just go ahead and get them potted up and watered in, and kind of forget about them for several weeks or until that soil dries out. But as far as light conditions, again, you do want to keep them in a bright area of the home, either kind of in a sunroom or southeast, south, or southwest facing window. They don't have to get direct sunlight on their leaves, but it's kind of optimum to be near a really bright light source in the home. Or with your aloe or cactus. With my aloe plant, I'll take it outside in the summertime. It won't be in full sun. In fact, it really doesn't like to be in full sun. It'll kind of get a little sunburn. So I'll kind of put it in a morning sun or late afternoon sun kind of condition. And then, of course, I'll bring it inside in late fall, early winter, because it just can't stand the freezing temperatures. But other than that, there's really nothing to them. Once you get the soil and the water and the light conditions down, you'll have them for many, many years to come, and hopefully that aloe can come in handy sometimes on those bad summer days when you get sunburned. But that's about it. Once again, my name's Matt with Gardens of Babylon. For more information on this and other growing techniques, go to www.gardensofbabylon.com. Have a great day.